There we go. Now we're recording.
Do you know if we're gonna get the conversion chart this time?
I don't think so. Of course, that's not up to me. Ready. So we'll go over a quick unit conversion before we get to some of the questions. And we can go a little bit over since we were short a couple of times. So I think this will be helpful. Micrograms are the smallest. For micros, grams to milligrams, divide microgram by 1,000. To convert from micrograms to grams, divide by 1 million, which is a lot. For example, 250 micrograms to milligrams, move the decimal 3 spots left to make 0.25 milligrams. And for milligrams, next largest, to convert milligrams to micrograms, multiply by 1,000. And I don't know if that third one is correct or not. So example is 50 milligrams to micrograms. Move a decimal point right 3 spots to 50,000. So grams are the largest unit, not counting kilograms. So to convert from grams to milligrams, multiply it by 1,000. From grams to kilograms, divide by 1,000. 145 milligrams to grams, move the decimal point 3 spots. We get this. You'll probably see a few questions that have the order is like 1 gram, and available is like 1,500 milligrams. So you'll want to know how to convert. Then kilograms, to convert from kilograms to pounds, and we probably have this memorized already, but multiply the kilograms by 2.2 to get pounds. And for pounds, divide by 2.2 to get kilograms. Almost to the questions. You know, this will be on the slides, so I'll just go straight to the questions. You'll be able to review this later. So first one, augmentin 0.25 grams tabs times 1 with mouth. So this is what we're going to give the patient. What we have available is augmentin 500 milligrams PO now. Administer how many tabs? So we want to convert grams to milligrams. So on our blank piece of paper, we'll write 250 milligrams. We need 500 milligrams, and we have 250. So we're going to divide that and get 2 tabs. There's a couple of different ways to do this. And I'm probably not going to go over several different ways to convert. There's dimensional analysis and ratios. So I do sort of both. So the order is nurse student acetylene, 0.6 milligrams tab by mouth, and we want 1,200 micrograms. Convert milligrams to micrograms. So we change that over to 600 micrograms. We need 600 microgram dose, available 1,200. So how many do we need? We're going to divide 600 micrograms from the available 1,200 to get 0.5 tabs or half a tab. And the other way to do that is number 3. So we have the available 1,200 over 1 tab equals 600 over X, and then we cross multiply and get the same answer. So a couple of ways to do it. So order is Kelly-acetylene. I just made up drugs. It's probably kind of a cool one. 50 milligrams per kilogram per day in 4 divided doses. And you probably saw a few questions like this last term. Available is Kelly-acetylene 400 milligrams per 5 mLs. Liz is a 35-year-old and weighs 120 pounds. How many milligrams should be administered in one dose? So there are a few steps. We want to convert pounds to kilograms. So we get 20 pounds divided by 2.2 is 54.5. So we're going to take the 50 milligrams on the top here and multiply that by kilograms, 54.5. So for the total 4 doses, 27, 25 milligrams per kilogram per day. Then we're going to take that number and we want 1 dose. So divide the 27, 25 milligrams per day in 4 doses to get 1 dose. So 27, 25 milligrams divided by 4 doses will give us this number, 681.25. We want to round down. So 1 dose would be 681 milligrams. They're all tincture. I hear it's pretty good. 25 milligrams per kilogram per day in 3 divided doses. So we have available 350 milligrams in 5 mLs. Christy is a 29-year-old and weighs 136. How many milliliters should we administer in 1 dose? So again, we're going to convert pounds to kilograms. We're going to take that 25 milligrams on the top, multiply by 62 to get 1550 milligrams per day. And we'll have 3 divided doses. There are a couple of ways to do this. And I think you were taught the dimensional analysis portion, where you take the 517 milligrams in 1 dose, because you're going to divide 1550 by 3 doses to get 517. So you'll do the 517, which you need, over 350 milligrams by however many milliliters are available, 5 milliliters, to get 7.4 milliliters. And the way I was taught and always do it is cross multiply. So I have 350 milligrams per 5 mLs. So that's what's available. And it's a ratio. So then I'll do the 517 milligrams for 1 dose times X milliliters, and then cross multiply and then come up with the same answer. So whatever happens to be easier for you. Judy Bissy, I can barely say that one. Order is 500 milligrams IM every 6 hours. Available is 2 grams powdered drug, add 5.2 milliliters sterile water, dilute to the vial to equal 6 mLs. So first, we're going to ignore the add 5.7 mLs. So we don't need that in our question. Convert grams to milligrams. So 2 grams times 1,000 is 2,000 milligrams. So we want to have the same I can't even think of the word. It's getting late. The same, anyway, milligrams. I already did that. The 2 ways to do it, you can cross multiply or do 500 milligrams that we need over 2,000 milligrams that we have times 6. And I don't know if this part people offered last time. Yeah, so if you see that, just pay attention to equals 6 mLs or whatever it is. So 500 over 2,000 times 6 is 1.5 mLs. So that's how much we're going to pull up. And then I think the new thing that you're going to see are a couple of IV flow rates. So I have those in here too. Idoladivan, another made-up medication, 260 milligrams IV every 6 hours. Available is 1 gram. Add 2 mLs diluent to 2.6 mLs drug solution. How many grams of idoladivan should the client get in 1 day? So we convert grams or milligrams to grams. So 0.26 grams because we want those to be the same. the first question, and it's a two-part question. So 2.6 grams times 3 equal doses, 8 hours apart, is 0.78 grams per day. And the second question is, how many milliliters of this medication would you give it per dose? So we're going to do 1 gram over 2.6. This is the ratio. I don't think I showed the dimensional analysis. And that'll equal 0.68 mLs. Oh, I did show it. Okay. So this is for the second one. So the answer would be 0.78 grams per day and for per dose. IV rates. I have about 3 or 4 of these. So order is row 7, 1 gram IV piggyback every 8 hours to run over 30 minutes. And that's generally what the order will say. Available is row 7, 1 gram IV piggyback in 100 mLs bag. And you'll want to know what size bag you have, and it'll say, how many milliliters per hour will you run at this, or run this at? So we want to convert 30 minutes to hours. So this is how you do it. We come up with 0.5 hours. Volume to be infused. That's what BTVI is. So volume to be infused is 100 divided by 0.5 hours. Or number 3 here is the same. So you'll run it at 200 milliliters per hour. So that's one way to calculate it. Another order, normal saline, IV 1000 mLs over 4 hours. Available is normal saline IV 1 liter IV bag, which is pretty standard. What should the rate be in milliliters per hour? So we want to convert 1 liter to milliliters. So that's 1000 milliliters over 4 hours. So relatively simple calculation for that. So we don't have to do any dimensional analysis or anything. And that comes up to 250 milliliters per hour. And that's it. Hopefully that helped a little bit. Then I saved you from whoever wanted to show up next Friday from enduring talk after a test. And I think that's it.
Next Friday, just a repeat of what we just did.
Next Friday is the test.
Right. So doing or not doing? Not doing?
No. I decided since we had some time, I would do.
Okay, thank you.
See you later, Curry. Hopefully that helped.
Thank you.
And I think you're stuck with me next.
Hey. Friday.